then 50 been trolling Joe Budden, showing pictures of him in his underwear and stuff like that. Diabolical. But Joe Budden said he ain't for the foolishness. He has threatened to sue 50 Cent. Said he's gonna call his legal team and take your ass to court. This story here comes from Chick Smooth YouTube page. It's fair use. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And y'all know how we do it. We're gonna get right into it. Listen.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Brett Fox reporting from the Chigs universe. And today we got to go over this 50 Cent and Joe Budden situation. As we all know, 50 Cent has been going on a full-blown trolling spree against Joe Budden for the past 4 days. If you've been following, you already know 50 has been posting AI-generated photos of Joe Budden in very, very compromising positions, to say the least, including one where he's walking down the hallway in his underwear, which is a direct shot at the rumor about Joe Budden walking through the hallways of his apartment complex where he films his podcast butt naked. Why? Joe says in his defense that he was sleepwalking, which is a very, very valid excuse in my opinion. However, I'm not going to be biased, and I don't think 50 ever lets the truth get in the way of having a good time.
So what I'm trying to figure out, is the pictures real or what? Because at first I thought they was, I don't know. It seemed kind of weird to see a man walking down the street in his drawers. But them saying that they was AI, that kind of makes sense to me. But now it's like Joe admitting to it. I don't know what's going on.
Right?
Wednesday, a dude saw me, was like, yo, Ice. Looked over, he's like, yo, 50 on your man ass, yo, 50 on your man ass. I'm like, no, they thought that was you.
That's the problem with the internet.
They thought that was real. I'm
That's
like,
the
yo,
problem.
man,
That
that's
right
not
there,
Joe, bro.
That right there is the problem with the internet.
What?
Like, my day was fine.
All right, ours wasn't. Yeah, like, whatever happened to
Like
you,
nothing,
you don't get it.
It didn't change anything. Actually, quite the contrary, man. Like, I ain't one of the rappers. He do that shit, I make money. I get paid.
Yeah. Huh?
All publicity is good publicity. Just make sure you spell my name right.
Shout him out
Anytime anyone, yeah, cook, nigga. Anytime one of them niggas with fucking 30 million, 50 million followers post me good or bad, I get paid. If I have a problem with it, we getting lawyers involved. Like, what you want me to do? Because that's illegal. But
Illegal?
yeah, you can't take all these AI pics and just start. That's what Shorty is going to court for. You can't do that. But I don't have a problem with it, and I think that's corny. And that's 50. I got all the respect in the world from. But if I get tired of it and it stops paying, then yeah, it's lawyer time. Yeah, then it's this shit.
So after days of being targeted of 50's jokes, Joe Budden has finally responded on his podcast. But he responded in what I feel is a very, very smart way. Now, a lot of people were wondering, is he going to go off the handle? Is he just going to ignore 50 completely? But it seems like he's not just going to ignore him, because that generally doesn't work with 50 Cent. So he's, in a sense, trying to match 50's energy, just in a more clever way. He took a completely different approach than what other people would have thought he would have took. His response, at the end of the day, anytime somebody that big with the following posts him, it's a win. And honestly, he's not wrong. From Joe's perspective, this is just free promo. Every time 50 posts him, it keeps his name trending, boosts his engagement, and ultimately makes him money. So instead of fighting back, he's looking at it as a business move. But at the same time, he made sure to point out that there is a legal line that can't be crossed.
Yeah, and I'm starting to notice, I just had the epiphany the other day, that all these guys, the WAC 100s, the 607 unks, or pretty much just anybody from Castanet, anybody that's in the public eye, but they don't rap. You see what I'm saying? They don't necessarily have a certain talent, most of them, but they just keep controversy going, keep their name in something, stuff to make you click on, some type of story or something surrounding their name.
And I quote, "If it ever really bothers me, I'll just get the lawyers involved."
Charles
and a lot
White.
of people are wondering, what does he mean by that? Well, as he said, if it ever became a real issue, he would literally not go back and forth with him on social media. He would just get the lawyers involved. And this is where things get interesting, because Joe In a sense, he's referencing a gray area, the recent Taylor Swift situation. For those of you who are not familiar, Taylor Swift recently took legal action against AI generated content being made about her. And it sparked a much bigger conversation about whether AI deepfakes can be considered defamation, harassment, or even a legal liability.
I believe they will because they already made it where you can't do deep fakes. I remember probably 10 years ago when they was doing Jay-Z, real deep. You didn't know if it was him or you can do a parody of somebody. You can pretend to be somebody, whereas obviously you're not them, but you're just pretending. But if the pretend is so real, if your computer generated images are so real that people can't tell the difference, then nah, that's illegal.
So when Joe brought this up, he was making a larger point. If Taylor Swift can go after people for using AI to manipulate her image, then what's the line when it happens to someone like him? I mean, once the legal precedent is already set, everything is pretty much in stone. So that's where his response really stands out. He's not just brushing it off completely, but he's also not feeding into 50's trolling. Instead, he's playing chess. He's playing it smart by saying, look, this is technically illegal, but for now, I'm letting this slide because it's good for business. So let's keep it good for business. That's a strategic move because once you engage with 50 Cent on his level, it's kind of never ending. We've seen it happen before. For instance, he's literally been beefing with Ja Rule for close to 25 years. Young Buck, Rick Ross, the list goes on. 50 doesn't stop unless he's ready to move on. So Joe keeping his distance and treating it like just another part of the industry is probably the best way to handle it. But this does raise a bigger question. How far is too far when it comes to AI generated content and trolling? Right now, people are laughing at these AI pics, or rather, people are laughing at Joe Budden. But if someone else were in his position and actually wanted to take action, would they have a legal case?
Yeah, and we kind of just talked about that, and it really depends on what happened with Taylor Swift case. But what y'all think about it? Let me know how you feel. Leave a comment down there. Hit the like button on your way out. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.